Hi everybody, it's me. I just wanted to make a quick video. There are a couple things I wanted to address today. I wrote them down, so here they are. I don't know if you take your eating disorder seriously or not, but let me tell you, eating disorders are very serious. And I come across a lot of people that think, okay, well, I'll get help later, or, tomorrow, the next day, I'll get help in a couple weeks, this or that, or make excuses up. Every single day that you practice your disorder brings you one day closer to the grave. And I don't mean to sound so callous about it, and I'm really not trying to be. I'm just trying to let you guys know this is serious. It's not a joke, and it needs to be treated seriously. Eating disorder will kill you. And for those of you that think, okay, well, one day I'll wake up and I'll be okay, I'll be able to get over it, I can quit this when I want to. I have not come across anybody that has been able to overcome their eating disorder on their own. I couldn't. I thought I could for the longest time. I figured that I'd stop doing what I was doing once I reached a certain weight or so, that I'd feel good. But as soon as I reached that weight, I still wasn't happy. And the reason being is because eating disorders actually have to do with core issues. So unless you're getting those core issues out and learning how to process them, and feel them, and deal with them in a healthy manner, you're still going to continue to use your eating disorder or another form of addiction, because you could transfer addictions, to cope with life, cope with emotions that you don't want to cope with in a healthy way. You stuff them down and you keep them in there, and you use addiction to deal, or should I say not deal with it. Don't put off today what you should be doing tomorrow. I always say treatment is best. It is best. You're in a secured environment. You're being monitored. You have nutritionists with you. You've got counseling. You have support groups with your peers, and it's all the way around. It's the best for you. If you cannot get into treatment, because I know a lot of people can't, get a counselor that specializes in eating disorders. Not many professionals know too much about eating disorders. In fact, a lot of people out there don't know that much about eating disorders. So they don't really know how to deal with them. I also wanted to say, when it comes to recovery, keep in mind that it is not an overnight thing. It's a process. It's a daily process, step by step. You take 2 steps forward, take a step back, 2 steps forward, take a step back. If you beat yourself up every single time you take a step backwards, or if you have a slip up, then it'll be easier for you to fall back into the patterns, because you'll be unhappy with yourself, you'll be mad at yourself, you'll be disappointed in yourself. Well, I'm here to tell you that I had slip-ups, I had bad days, I had backward steps, but I kept fighting. And I had days that I didn't want to fight, but I still kept fighting. So my recovery wasn't perfect, so I don't want you to think that it was easy for me, because it was not easy for me. It was a struggle and a fight every day of my life. So if you want recovery, first off, you really have to want it. And I think you really need to know the truth about eating disorders. It will kill you. You will die if you don't get help and you don't stop practicing these behaviors. After you're in process, you're in recovery, and you're dealing with your core issues, and one of the things for me was acceptance. I wanted acceptance from my family, my parents. But sometimes you you just have to realize that, you might not ever get that. And sometimes you just have to let it go. Deal with the pain, deal with the emotions, deal with the frustration, anything that you feel, and just let it go. And I want to go ahead and again talk about slip-ups. Everybody has them in recovery. You can't dwell on it, okay? You can't dwell on a slip-up. You slip up, you know what? You tell yourself tomorrow's a new day. I'll do the best that I can, and that's all you can do is the best that you can. I'll stress again journaling. I'm going to stress again daily goals. Very important as far as I'm concerned. They were a lifesaver for me. I had something to focus on and to work for. Challenge yourself, take you out of your comfort zone. And the last thing I wanted to talk about is understanding that eating disorders don't just affect you personally, they affect your loved ones too. Your loved ones might not understand why you're doing this. You might not understand why you're doing this. I didn't know why I was doing it until I went into the treatment program. It's true. So it affects everybody around you. And let me put it this way. If you had a friend that was doing something to themselves, it doesn't have to be an eating disorder. Say they had a drug problem and they kept doing drugs, and you knew that if they didn't stop, they were going to die, but you didn't know how to help them. So that's also affecting you, and that's what it's like with eating disorders. Your loved ones, they don't know how to help. And frankly speaking, you are the only one that can help yourself. You're the only one that can free yourself, because you have to really want it. You have to push. You have to get it. It can be done, but you have to fight for it. You're basically fighting a battle, a war. You're fighting for your own life. You're fighting to free yourself from an eating disorder. So I highly suggest going to a specialist, that eating disorder specialist, so they can help you through this, help you dig out the core emotions that you have buried deep down inside, and help you learn how to process them and how to cope with them in a healthy way, help you learn how to feel the emotions. And it's not fun at first. Nobody likes to feel pain. No one likes to feel hurt. It's not fun, but it's necessary. And once you're able to express your emotions and feelings in a healthier way, you start to feel good. And above everything else, what I learned through treatment was that I love myself. I am a good person, and I do deserve a life free of eating disorder. And I know you might be thinking to yourself, oh, how could I love myself? I'm this, I'm that. I felt that way too. I felt that the world would be a much better place without me in it. But I was wrong. So I'm just here to let you know that your life is worth saving, and you need to forgive yourself for past mistakes. You need to forgive yourself for slip-ups, and you need to keep moving forward in recovery. But you have to be the one to take the steps to get it. No one is going to do it for you. It has to be you. So, do you want recovery? Or do you want to be another statistic? Only you can answer that question. I can guarantee that you mean a lot to a lot of people, but you need to mean a lot to yourself. So that's about it for right now. If you have any questions for me, feel free to write me a message, PM me, anything that you want. I'm here to answer questions. I was like looking, sorry, I was sitting here looking to see if there's anything I didn't cover in this one. And I think I did.